Hey everyone, I'm so happy we're back. I'm sure that 2019 will bring success and will bring great things for all of us. I'm sure that I have a great team and that we're all going to make all our projects possible this semester. So just want to thank you first of all for continue doing a great job, and I'm very happy, as I said, to count with every single person this semester, and I hope we can do great things together as we have been doing. So to start with, I'm just going to give this is a short video to present some of the main things that we have this semester. Of course, you already know the strategic plan, but there's some aspects that I like to start to introduce before the our first meeting, because the meeting is going to be with everyone, and this is actually aiming to English teachers. Um, and in the email, you find the meeting, the day of the meeting, and the day of the first workshop that we're having this semester with Tim, Hector, and I. First, I really need you to check these readings. There's one that is the Programa EAC, English Across the Curriculum. Is something that we just wrote and will be introducing the pay, institutional pay. I mean the this one actually. So we're gonna have it this semester. Is gonna be here, one of these books. So this is crucial because that actually shows how English is cross curricular. So these are very set. I don't know how many pages, like 11 pages. So it's in Spanish because we have to put it here. So read it. It's really important because it allows you to see what is the how English is important in the institution in terms of the curriculum. There's another two chapters that we have for the task-based learning, the book of Nuna that I shared last semester. We already read two, if I'm right. So just take a quick look at 2 and 3. It's just to have an overall view of what task-based learning is, because of course that's what we have been doing. Hector just sent an email informing you of the workshops that we have and what we have to start doing. So this is crucial. These chapters will help you. Of course, the book is available as well because I'm sending it. You already have it, but take a look at this. And I'm gonna send a book that is called Action Research, Doing Action Research, and I like you to read the first chapter. It's very short to have an idea what action research is, because that's actually what we've been doing. Somehow we started doing last semester, but this semester we're going to do it in a more formal way. Just general competence in the text in the document that you of the of Programas EAC, you can take a look again at the general competence, how we're trying to reach it, and what's the point. Now, what is the pedagogical and didactic approaches that we are actually focusing on this semester to reach the general competence? Number one, task-based. We continue with task-based learning. Number two, we continue with research. My classroom, my lab. Last semester was focused on reading strategies. This semester we're going to focus on backwash effect, which of course has to do with deep reading strategies, but we have to take into account more things. And everything under the scope, under the idea that we need to motivate and change attitudes towards learning and teaching. I mean, that means that we have to work with students, but at the same time, we have to reflect upon our practices in order to really see how we can change our practices or continue doing the things that we're doing great. But I think it has to do with several things. Now, the task-based approach, simply, anyways, we're going to see that this in the first workshop, is this semester Hector is in the structures of what you're doing. This he already has it, but the main focus is that remember that we work with task-based approach. We need to keep in mind that we're working with the competence. So of course we're focusing on linguistic competence, pragmatic social linguistic competence, and strategic competence. And this is crucial because in this case we can design our task in a way that we can take into account all these aspects. Number one, everything that has to do with the language, the linguistic repertoire and accuracy, and whatever it has to do with pronunciation, with grammar, with lexicon, etc., etc. So students need to have a linguistic repertoire in order to convey meaning. On the other hand, they need to learn how to use the language in a context and within in a certain in a cultural context. So it has to do with everything that we student out. And then we have the strategic competencies, how we help our students use these courses in a way to communicate with the language they have at this moment. So they have to be strategic to communicate. So that has to do using strategies and so forth. So this is something that Hector is saying about the task-based, the procedures that we're having. We adapt the ones that already exist. When you have your level, check the ones that already exist. You take a look at them. Now you have the time to take a look at them, adapt it, and start applying in your class. And you're going to design the ones that are missing in the other modules. Here is important in the whole process, and this is something we're going to do in our first meeting, department meeting. We need to organize teams. We need to work with someone else. It is impossible to do everything that we have planned if you do it alone. You need to get to work with someone. We're all working together in our meetings. We're working together in different projects, but we're going to have certain groups, small groups, where you can meet, you can plan together, you can think together. So this is something that we need to do this semester, and it's really important. On the other hand, we are focusing, and this is going to be very important this semester. This semester we need to reduce. Of course, we're trying to reach the competence, but we are going to reduce the number of students. We got two indicators that are really bad in the department. Dropouts, we got many students dropping out, and we have many students failing. And it has to do with the way we've been, and I think what we're doing, what we just started doing during the semesters, can really be more effective if we add more other aspects that has to do with the attitudes towards learning and teaching. And in this case, we need to keep in mind some things. Number one is we need to enhance motivation. And enhanced motivation implies empathy and care. Show the students that you care about what they're learning and create empathy, rapport. Sometimes in the evaluations, there are many complaints of our students in these aspects. Class dynamism and learning by doing is very task-based, changes the dynamic of the course, and actually have students learning by doing more than just focus on the book. We are doing projects, we are working together. Number two is it's very important that we need to communicate with our students with respect and be more assertive when we communicate. I think that's an aspect that we need to keep in mind. And of course, this semester we're going to continue with events and campaigns that I hope you can continue helping us. Last semester we have clubs, movie clubs, song clubs, conversation clubs that we need to promote in our classes. We have extracurricular activities such as the English picnic that we're going to do this semester. Voices will be in November, but we're going to have hopefully an English day or the language, the foreign language day. So that's the idea. We need to find different campaigns, and the most important is that we need you to help us with it in your classes, promote it, the use of social media, etc. So it's you are the ones who can help us motivate your students more. Yes. Academic support, we're going to give lots of academic support to our students this semester. We need to really use more the active paths of the Yale Center. We're going to really do a follow-up this semester. I mean, teachers must really motivate their students to use it. So some of the paths will be uploaded to Moodle, and some of the paths will be at the Yale Center. Because we have too many students, we're going to we're going to have some groups with the active paths in modules in Moodle, and some groups will send their students to the Yale Center, so that way we can have many students as possible, but at least we have the people around. So this way, I need you guys to please to activate Moodle. I mean, if you already have, perfect. If you don't, activate your Moodle. Yale Center students attend to Yale Center. This is fundamental, and more than this is we need to do a follow-up, and that's something that we have to do with the compensation strategies. We're going to identify our students' weaknesses, and we're going to start working with them as soon as possible. We're going to have a protocol that we're going to follow, where teachers must send students to the Yale Center. We're going to do a follow-up, working together. Teachers, John, and the monitors. We're going to have trying to have an integrated way to really help our students continue in our classes, reduce failing and dropouts. In short words, now teachers, John, the department, we're all responsible for assuring the student is for helping students the whole process. So in this case, your role will be different. It will be more active, guys, in this process, much more active than before. And we're going to do a follow-up of the process that you carry on with your students in class and how the learning center with John and the monitors will help you in that process. But that responsibility now will be for everyone, for teachers, for John, for the language department. It's not just for the active EL center. It depends on teachers. I mean, you are the ones who have your students every day. You are the ones who can help keep our students in the class. We're gonna work with about this for more time in our meeting. But that's the objective is to make students enjoy English. That's number one. We really need to change that mindset. The students don't like it, but I know that most of it has to do with the way we are doing our classes. So I think if we really change the way we are communicating with our students, if we change the way we are organizing our classes, students will enjoy more English under the circumstances that we know are in the university. If we offer more events and campaigns and etc., I think we're going to do it. Increase our competence, which is our reduce dropouts, reduce students failing. That's in these two are key. This semester, our goal, I'm going to show you in the first meeting, is that we're going to reduce to a certain percentage dropouts and students failing. That's going to be our goal, and each teacher will be responsible to help us with this goal. And of course, it's very important, reflective practitioners. This is something that we studied this semester, but this semester we're we're doing this more systematically because it's going to be part of research that we're doing with the classroom action research. This is the cycle. When you can check it out. This is actually explained in the first chapter that I sent in the book, and we're going to work this in our first workshop with him. And we're going to focus this action research on the backwatch effect, which is very important this semester, and of course in task-based as well. There's a short explanation how we're going to, general thing that we're going to work in the Teams workshop. You can read it in the PowerPoint presentation, but it's for you to understand that we are going to do it systematically this semester, and we're going to really measure and really want to do a follow-up. And we can do it together so we can have a really useful information at the end of the semester. Not only for the backwatch effect, but we can have some information about task-based as well. So the active paths, as I told you, we're going to have level 1, 2, and 3 send the students to the EL Center, and level 4, 5, 6, some of the active paths will be uploaded in Moodle. This semester, and it's very, as you know, things have changed because of we don't have many pillows and things are changing over here. We need to start offering more things. First of all, we're going to have the workshops at the university. We're going to offer more workshops, and I want teachers to be involved. So we'll talk to some of you, and in order to find out which workshops you would like to do, we can work together. We can offer through CREA. I think the language department will be more involved in this, and of course, teachers will get paid for designing and for teaching those workshops. But I think the key here is that we all need to get involved in this, and I'm going to, as I said, we're going towards the point in which the teacher's profile has to meet all these requirements, which is teachers who are able to design and teach workshops at the university. We're going to have we've already started doing consulting in different places in other outside the university. We need to offer different services, and I hope that teachers who are experts in certain things or fields will give us a hand here. And we're offering English courses inside and outside the university. So teachers who are working with us at the language department will be teachers the ones who have the profile, and depending on the place that we're teaching, will help us with those courses outside, because those are extra courses, and I need your help here. So in general, these are the general things that I want you to know. And anyways, in the general meeting, we're not going to talk about many of these things because some of them will be done in our first workshop. But I want you to just keep in mind, like in general things, the things that we continue doing this semester. Thank you.